Welcome to reality NSFW coverage of the Challenge All-Stars 3. That's right. I got Alex Trias with me. I'm Jonny Fairplay. And the man of the hour, the Tower of Power, too sweet to be sour. Winner of the Challenge All-Stars Season 1, Yes Duffy. What is up, Yes?
Hey, what's happening, you guys? It's good to see you. It's you guys are. It's a nice second time around. Part of being on the challenge is also part of being in your community. So thanks.
So I did not know that I needed a Wes versus Yes feud in my life, but
oh yeah,
holy shit, am I here for it?
I never thought about it when the cast was revealed. I'm like, oh, it's the stud of a cast. It's
Something
all
just
finalists.
I tried. A phone call came in.
Oh no!
Sorry, I'm trying to use my phone.
Okay, you
But
good?
You're cut off halfway.
Okay. I did not know
black.
I needed Yes versus Wes in my life.
Live. I'm sorry, you guys. A phone call just came in, but it made your screen black. I'm gonna see what I can do to fix it.
Okay.
We're gonna start back at the Yes
You're
comment
good.
you made.
All right. Yes is gone, and now Yes is back.
Why are you black?
Oh no. We can see you.
Yeah, we can see you, man.
Let's see, hold on.
All right. Yes is out. Yes is back.
I'm back. What about you?
Can you see us?
You.
No.
We can see you.
You want to close the window and come back in?
That might be the move.
All right. So Yes is gone. All right. Well, that was fun.
Oh yeah, what a podcast!
Woo, man, so many questions answered. All right. Are you there?
I'm here, and I hope that doesn't happen again. Let me just double check. Let me turn my phone off so that I don't get any calls during this. That would be good.
All right.
It was my mom calling. Maybe that's a sign.
That's a sign. All right. Your screen went black, but maybe that's why you're messing with
Let's try it again.
Don't worry, folks. This is worth the effort, I promise.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
You can hear me. All right. Well, let's try it again. I got the latest phone and the latest software and all that good stuff.
That's good.
It's just when an incoming call came. All right, let me check out of this, and I'll be right back. Hold on 1 second.
And he is now disabled incoming calls. So it's just going to be all right. And with that,
let's try it now. It's a sign. You know, you asked me about Yes versus Wes, and my mom calls, and the screen goes black.
Yeah. All that is it's ominous in some way. So, Alex, you were saying you look at the cast, and what are you thinking?
It's completely stacked to the gills, but I was never thinking about like, oh, what would the dynamics be? And then like when I thought about it after the first episode, and I saw an article come out where Wes was saying some shit, and I'm like, it's got me thinking. I'm like, oh yeah, you two have the complete opposite philosophies of the game, like
and life,
and life. Yeah, it's just like two polar opposites, and I was like, that's what I needed, because Wes always has rivals with people that are similar to him, but you are the complete opposite. So I'm like, I need this the full season. I need a full run of you two butting heads and seeing what happens.
So what do you want to know?
Well, so what start? I mean, because this seems like right out of the gate, you guys don't like each other, and we saw you kind of play a backseat game on Challenge All-Stars 1, and we ain't seeing this go around. You're just like, hey, remember me, the guy that won the first one of these? Yeah, I'm just here to do that again, and I'm calling out the big dog over there that's informed everyone that he's winning.
You know, it's never the same thing twice, and that's something you guys taught me. That's something I'm trying to learn as well. And it's a different mix every time, you know, and I'm different. Everybody's different. We grow and we change. And so I approach this a little differently this time. I still stick to my core sort of values about being transparent about how I play, playing with integrity and being honest, and just being an open book. And so I'm an open book. The difference about being an open book in All Stars 1 was like people were like, oh, that's cool. Let's all, that sounds like a good idea because that's how we're going to all sort of survive together. Being an open book on All Stars 3 is a little different because we've got someone like Wes or other competitors that have a game style that's so different and so sort of established that when I just tell him what I think, he doesn't like it. So, he goes around telling everyone what he thinks, and then I tell him what I think, and he's like, why are you telling me what you think? Hey, I'm like you, man. I'm like you. I just let you know what I'm thinking.
Oh my God. I did not expect that. As I said, this is a completely different player than we saw. I mean, this first guy that we saw on the Challenge All Stars 1 kind of snuck his way into a win. There ain't no sneaking here. I mean, like you got the Superman cape, you got the crown. So I mean, it's not like they don't know you're there now. But it's just like not only do they know you're there, you're just like you're raising your hand, going, yeah, right here.
Yeah, I didn't want to come. I didn't want to hide. I didn't want to. I let my voice be known, let my opinion be known. That's sort of, for me, the best way to do it. I'm not good at being sneaky or working behind the scenes and keeping track of who's doing what and strategizing in that way. I know that I'll lose that game. Mm-hmm. So I'm just me. I show up and I'm me. And people know what you see is what you get. And with Wes too. With Wes as well, you guys will see what else happens. In our discussions, you can tell he and I are talking together. We enjoy debating. He enjoys the talk. We talk for a long time. I enjoy debating too, so we can debate anything as long as it's like respectful, basically respectful. Right. And so we had some good debates, and it's worthy to me. I don't take it personal. I don't have any personal issues or anything. We're not. It didn't go that route, but. At least I don't think it did, but we got to, no hiding. There's no hiding, man. Not hiding my feelings. I'm not hiding my strategy. I just let it out.
Wes is best when he has a rival.
Yeah, and I think it's not just a rival. I almost take it as like if he's going out of his way to make you a rival, it's almost like the biggest sign of respect he can give someone. It's like, I'm going out of my way in confessionals to try to make a point that like, oh, this guy's an equal. I need to bring him down a peg now and be like, oh yes, even though he's not looking at you, like, you're not looking at Wes at all in that like clip after you got second in the tunnel vision, but he's like, I can see him staring at me, burning a hole through my brain with jealousy that he didn't get first, and you're just like, I did one first this time.
Yeah, I know.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm going for first place, and so is he. So if he gets first, I'm on his heels. I'm right on him, And that said, I'm not into sabotaging anyone or holding anyone back, or I'm not into being sneaky to win. Straight up, when I was in the first authority, all of a sudden people start saying, oh, well, maybe we take out the strong people. I'm like, sorry, that's not my game. Yeah. So that's okay. Y'all can do that. You want to go take out strong people? Try it. But I just let people know. And that's that's just my style at this point. I just sort of barf it out. I show more cards than I probably should, but that's how I participate. And I believe in what I do, and I believe in my opinions, and I believe in my perspectives, and I think they're fair, and I think that they're trustworthy, and that I just don't hide it.
Well, you're making a better television show by keeping the strong people to the end. I mean, like I see so many people, they're just like, let's get rid of the strong first. I'm just like, motherfucker, I gotta watch this.
Well, it's like there's so many dynamics to the philosophy of who to take out and when, because it's like, oh, well, if we give a weak person now, then if I lose, they will give me a weak person, or like, that type of trade-off, even though you can't depend on that in this type of game. And also, I want the stronger players around and also not target all of them, though. Like, target some of the worst players, but I want to go against a worst player in elimination if it means like I can get to the final and then compete with the best. it's like it's that weird balance you have to keep going around and like teeter-tottering without it like blowing up in your face.
Yeah, we all have different strategies. Obviously, for those of us who feel strong that we could generally place well, we like to play the game of keep the strong around. But I get it. For other people who don't feel like they can win those dailies like that, they got to play other games. I respect that. Some of those people are my friends. That's fine. But just know with me, it's like Darrell. When I met Darrell, he was undefeated with 4 championships in a row. I walked up to him. I said, "Hey, what's up?" We became roommates. We became friends. We shared skills. We made it to the finals. I helped him out during the final the whole time. And so, like, that's the way I play, and that's the way I play today. That's the way I play every day. So I get it. People don't necessarily do that, but that's the fun of the game for me.
Yeah. I don't know how well you do. I don't have spoilers. I hate spoilers. They don't help the podcast. I like what you like. I was there watching Doctor Strange the first weekend it came out because I didn't want anything ruined. And holy moly, I'm just like, oh, thank God that wasn't ruined. So I don't know.
Right.
But looking at the clips of what TJ's final looks like, if you're in that final, that looks like it's in your wheelhouse, brother.
Yeah. Completely. I'm ready for anything. That's the way I feel. I'm ready for anything, and I'm ready to share it with the world. And that's what I'm trying to get better at. And I just, I share it with Wes too. We don't really like that.
But you also get so we start off like the first episode and first awesome intro package. I love the reverb of like classic songs and just making it more dramatic.
Oh yeah. We had Ready to Go by Republica. Pete, I think Pete's joining us next week. So
nice.
If you want some insight, into what's going on behind the scenes with the music that's being put to this.
That's awesome.
After 2 seasons of begging, we got Pete. Pete sees a lot of stuff that a lot of people don't, because he's seeing these early mixes of the shows, to assemble the shows. So I think there might have been some worry. It's just like, oh, can Pete shut the fuck up? But Pete can shut the fuck up enough to where he can talk and help us with a really awesome podcast next week. So we're looking forward to some of the behind the scenes on the incredible music that Pete is.
I look forward to it just as much as any of the content. It just brings us up. I get ready for it now. And now I know. I mean, he raised the bar. So like in eliminations, I know that like there's that come through moment that we're feeling out there. I mean, it is very palpable. We're all up there looking, and as part of the eliminations, and it's like our hearts are jumping out of our chests. It's real. And so the fact that he worked hard to help convey that is amazing. I think he does it well.
Did the arena smell like Broken Dreams?
All I know was when we got there, it's pitch black down a long dirt road in the middle of the night, and it's wet and raining in the jungle, and it's black. And we're in the dark, and they said, here's our safety guy. He's going to talk to you. And he goes, hey, everybody, there's 24 different kinds of snakes out here. So stay close when we walk out there. And it's creepy. It's weird and beautiful. What I love is there's no architecture there. They didn't have to build a stadium. The edges, and you don't totally see it all, but we saw it from where we were. The edges are just a thick jungle. There's no escape. You can't leave. And it's not because they built walls. It's because that jungle is so thick, you're not getting through it. It's beautiful.
Well, did you like Panama?
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, we're busy out there the whole time. So yeah. But I liked it. It's hot. You see us, we're pretty sweaty. It's hot.
Yeah, my first season of Survivor was in Panama.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, did you like it?
Yeah. And our tribal council, the guy that did the set design for Star Wars Episode 1 did our tribal council.
Oh, that's cool.
And so I'm just shitting myself. Like, since he told me that, I'm just like, I got the coolest tribal council ever. This is Star Wars shit. Back up.
That's awesome. Oh, it's so cool.
But yeah, so we start off, we get our first 2 people come in, and you're familiar, but you're very familiar with one of them. That's Veronica's back. I was so happy to see her back on the show. I was like, if she was giving you tips in season 1, I'm like, it's only a matter of time till she says yes and comes on as well. And I'm so happy to have her back on our screens.
Yeah, I was excited to see her too. And Yeah, we're a team. We did great together in the past, and then once we weren't doing great together, I left, and then she took off and went and got 3 championships. So I know she's a star. I know that she's got what it takes. I'm sure at this point too, she brings a maturity to the game strategy that we haven't seen yet, and so that's really special.
Yeah, that's what I love about so many of the all stars that they have chosen. Just to go back in the depths of time, to dust some of you guys off, and it's just like, okay, like let's see what a decade's done to this person. Are
Yeah.
they still a mess, or did 10 years teach them anything? And I think I well, I don't know if I hope or not. Maybe I don't hope, but I would like to believe that a lot of us have matured in 10 years.
Yeah, well, we all bring a different thing. Some of us had crises happen to us. Some of us had parents die. Some of us have had new jobs and new houses and new marriages and kids. So it's cool, to see what everyone brings to the table. That's what I'm most really excited about seeing. I'm meeting a lot of these people for the first time, but I'm also meeting the All Stars One crew for a second time, but they just did All Stars 2. So I have to do all this catch up because they're different now too. I'm trying to pick up where we left off, but they just went and did a whole nother season. They were like, "Yes, who?" So I had to catch up.
Well, I don't think a lot of them were saying yes who though, because they had all the winners come in together.
Yeah.
And everyone immediately goes, "Well, they brought the winners together. Oh, we're scared now."
Yeah, it was weird. That was tough. I do think a lot of it, there are times when it was stacked against us. Here I am. These are excuses that I'm making about certain things. They said, normally we go in and we like get to pick our beds and there's the mad scramble. So they change it up this time. And one of this time, and for me, the architect and me, having the right place with the right group really, really matters. I think that's really special. But in this case, they said each group goes in at a certain time and then the winners go last. I got the last bed in the house. That shit could have been in the basement and I would have had it. So that was interesting, that like winners show up last and it's fine. We won. So like we start off with a different with a handicap.
All right, so real quick, we see when Tina and Veronica get back together after all this time. Tina's heels get stuck in the wood slats, which is fun. And then we see the Godfather left his marshal's tags on the bottom of his shoes. It's like, Mark, you're the Godfather. Be better.
Hey, he's a busy man. He's all over the place
He
right now.
is all over the
He
place.
doesn't have time to take the tags off the bottom of his sneakers. Come
No.
on.
It was a Ross Dress for Less commercial right there.
Right there. So no, we got the Godfather on cooking shows. He's showing up on NXT with my boy Grayson Waller, who was Maddie from Survivor Australia. Speaking of Survivor, if you want to see me and watch Survivor with me next week, that's right, May 18th, I will be in New Jersey at Bolero Snort Brewery. It is 7 miles from Times Square. I'll be joined by a lot of other survivors, some of which I can't say the names. Get your tickets right now at survivortix.com. That's survivortix.com. VIP is almost sold out. With the VIP, you get a Survivor Season 42 buff and a 4-pack of the Juicy Fairplay IPA. That is a pineapple coconut lactose-based IPA. Pretty excited for the release of that. So, next Wednesday, go to survivortix.com and join me at Bolero Snort Brewery. Okay, so with that, let's see. Wes is back with Nehemiah and Melinda. It's nice to see that triangle back, at least for a little bit. Wes is here to ruin the fun that is All Stars.
Sounds like him. It literally just sounds like him.
Well, it's so crazy because there was, especially going back to the Challenge All Stars 1, there was such like you guys show up and it's just like, Trishela's like, sugar cookies and sand castles. And it's like, wow, dude, we're really doing challenges. And, but still, in spite of that, you guys, there was this camaraderie. And I feel like Wes is like, I am the poison to destroy this fun.
Yeah, he's done 20 of these, so he's got his own angle, his own strategy, and all of that stuff. So he brings that, and others too. They bring this sort of deep experience, and very quickly, people decided to say, we don't want to be what that experience was. We're bringing our own special mix. Right. Just like I did to All Stars 1. I said, hey, I'm not going to come and just try to follow along. You know, I'm going to show up and be me. And so I respect that. Other people are showing up and they're being like, no, this is different. We're playing a different game. And that's cool with me. I'm not really that capable of playing that many different styles of game. I stick to what I know. And I think so. That's what happened. There was no openness really for us to band together in some sort of like fun way. I mean, you see it because it's like, well, we have fun together too. But whenever you see us go out, when we go out to discuss things, like, or there'll be like music playing and all that, but ain't nobody dancing together. Everyone's just like, so what are you gonna do? Mm-hmm. You know, it's a lot of talking. All Stars 2 was stressful on a lot of people too, I know. So they brought that with them.
Well, it is funny though, because I do love the styling and editing choices they pick here to like hype up Wes even more, because it's like, oh, it's the first like current like or true current like challenge player who could still be doing the MTV version coming in now to do this. And it's like you see the next morning everyone's just talking, they're by the pool, they're making food, but they cut to him from the back just slowly on the treadmill, just showing like, I'm in for the game right now. Like, everyone's here to have a good time. I'm here to ruin lives and take money from people's pockets. Like, and I just look, you need to have a good villain sometimes on these shows. Yes. Like, I love All Stars 1, and it's like, it's a good Kumbaya season, and it's like very old school. Sometimes you need to mix it up and put some poison in there.
Yeah. And people saw us win on All Stars 1, and they got a taste of it, and they're like, you know what? I could do that. I could beat that. I could beat Yes. You know, I'm going to show him what we can do. So I get it. You know, like Darrell, too. Darrell had come in second place twice, so he came hungry. It's like people are showing up hungry this time. And so I sense, you could smell, you could feel it in the air. And so that's the fun of the game. It's a bunch of us out there, and we're like, we're all working.
See, I like fun. I mean, I think.
You're like Tyler.
Yeah, if I show up, I'm Tyler.
I'm here to have a fun time with my friends.
I brought a couple cool outfits. Really not trying to see the arena. Like, honestly, like, I don't even want to, like, even if I'm not in it, I just, like, I'll be at the house. Like, just let me know who won. I'll be good. Jonny, you know what? I'll figure it out. I'll just see who comes back. We're good. So we do see Tyler. He's remembering getting destroyed by Letarian and made his bitch. And it was really fun to relive the Jackhammer Tyler moments.
Nobody wants that.
Did he give Letarian his lunch money when he got there this time, just to be like,
you know? So we didn't know. That's interesting, is because we didn't know about this, so we didn't see it or anything. Yeah. So we show up, and I was hoping that by All Stars 3 I could have seen All Stars 2. That was my goal. Didn't happen. So then I'm just like, hey, Tyler, nice to meet you. What's up? He's like, hey. I'm like, how'd it go? He's like, I broke 3 ribs. I'm like, oh my God, who did it to you? You know, so we're learning on the fly, you know, and LT is like, I did it.
Yeah, I mean, and a sweetheart of a guy is the crazy thing.
Yeah, sweetheart of a guy, but it's like, oh, who killed this man? Oh, it was me. Fuck it was me. Who do you fucking think it is?
Yeah, he's the only guy that can use more fucks per sentence and be the sweetest guy on the planet while doing it.
He is. He's super sweet. And he does it all in 2 sentences. You know, it's all. He's got the kindness and the aggression all wound up in one, you know.
I love it.
Why we love him.
Yeah.
So yes, we see you coming in, rocking the hat, looking smooth. Got to give you credit for your entrance. That was pretty fresh.
Thanks. I had to get the Panama hat for Panama, I guess.
Yeah. Kellyanne is here for butt stuff, chocolate and coffee enemas. Apparently, we're going to learn more about that. We'll see. Cyrus is engaged.
And also shredded.
Oh, yeah. So down 50 years old and down to 200 pounds. And if you follow him on his Instagram, this is no surprise to anyone.
And
he shows you daily that he is working out and or running.
And like
I had to talk to Cyrus. Like, man, you're losing the weight so quick. you're losing it so quick. We're not gonna have any Cyrus left, you know. And Cyrus was like, well, look at you. You're doing the same thing too. I was like, I don't know. We got to figure out how to like get bigger. And I know, you know, we're getting stronger. What's cool is he and I relate in that like we got a little thinner, but I was faster and stronger, and he felt the same way too. So I really was fast. I'm faster and stronger than my old self.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Next, we see Jordan, who is ashamed of his past and hopefully his mullet haircut.
I'm like convinced all that back of that mullet is just like glued onto the back of his head. It was just extra of Brad's beard.
Oh, okay.
And he cut some of it off and just put it on the back of his head.
I can live with that. So I watched the first 2 episodes this morning with my girlfriend, and she goes, I know like all these people. And I'm just like, okay, good. You know, that'll make it easier to watch with me. And she goes, but the facial hair decisions on both Brad and Wes, very poor decisions. I was like, yeah. I was like, if you check out Wes's Twitter, Johnny Bananas reminds him daily, I believe.
Yeah, Ginger Claws.
Ginger Claws. That's cool. That's a look, huh?
Yeah, Brad's got all the, you know, the bearded men trade, you know, styling techniques and certain prescriptions for what they do. You know, Brad's just in the bathroom getting it all right.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. So let's see. Everyone is scared of Wes, according to Wes. Sylvia has the nervous shits, which is nice. And we learn, if you notice something peculiar about all our contestants here, this is the first time ever all finalists in a challenge.
Love it.
And did you realize that before TJ said that, or were you like, holy shit?
Yeah, we didn't know. I mean, we all knew that like there was more challenge champions than ever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We kind of like would just do the math real quick and be like, oh man, you know, from Jordan, and then you've got Darrell and you got Veronica, all these people showing up with 3 or more titles. It was just, yeah, we knew it was stacked.
Yeah, but you didn't know it was all finalists.
No.
Well,
And then we realized
like, oh,
that,
shit,
you know,
we did no one piece that together. So, I can see myself not knowing.
And we jumped straight into the first challenge. Johnny, I think you could have done a very good job at this challenge.
Oh yeah, I'm good at like peeking through stuff. the Peep and Tom challenge. Yeah,
that's essentially what it was.
Yeah, like yes. Did you ever go to New York back when they had the peep shows in Times Square? Oh, see like if you go to Times Square now, it's Forever 21 and Swatch and Levi's. But it used to be all these. It was just adult theaters, and they had the peep shows, and you know.
Put your little quarter in or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Keep them
I have a pocket full of quarters, a fanny pack full of quarters. I literally needed 6 quarters. That was fine. We have a Blue Chew commercial coming up later. I didn't have Blue Chew back then. It's okay. So yeah, but I'm looking at this. I was just like, hey, I feel like Yes is going to be in the running on this. And hey, second place.
Yeah, it was hard. It's harder than it looked. It was hard.
It looked
we
hard.
were tired and it was hot.
Yeah, but it looked hard.
Yeah.
But you know,
like how far was it actually like from the people? Because we can't get that perspective from the edit. I feel like it has to have been farther away.
It's crazy. It's far, but there's like really similar ones, but are a little bit different. Like there's 2 turtles and the heads are like this, and then there's 2 turtles and the heads are the opposite way, and then there's 2 turtles where one's upside down. There's some that had an eye and some didn't, and then the colors are off. So it actually it fooled everybody because we were like, oh, there's only 4 variables here. Okay. And you go back and you're like, I got it. And then he say no. And it'd be like, wow, like what's wrong here? So we just were running the whole time. People were like twisting their ankles in the grass and stressed and tired and hot. It was a lot, but it was, it was fun. Wes got me on that one, but second place was sort of the place to be.
Yeah. Let's see. Wes wins. Yes, second purposely. Wes says that you're jealous. Tyler,
to get that chip on your shoulder that's as chiseled as his abs.
yes.
He was, truth be told, he's right about that. Like about me being second and looking over at him and be like, I gotta beat that dude. Like that's real. He was feeling it, and it's true. We don't really know each other. I just know that he's good at the game. He knows that I'm pretty decent at the game, so he knows I'm coming for him. So yeah, I was hot on his heels, and I even let him know that. I think right after I was like, "Hey man, nice job. That was great. I'm gonna get you next time."
But second seemed like the best spot on the because you don't
yeah.
know all the powers of the sabotage. You don't know about the the full authority thing yet. So second place, I mean, you find yourself in the authority. You don't get the blood on your hands from the sabotage. It's not like I feel like just being in that authority spot and not winning.
It's like the perfect spot.
Is a pretty good spot.
Hard to get, hard to place in the top first of all, but then also hard to pick your spot at the top. But hey, I got lucky on that one. I'll take it. That's good.
No, I'll take number 2 every day. Like that seemed pretty right on.
Yeah,
so,
but Tyler thought he was going to do very well at this challenge.
Yes, Tyler and Cyrus, the 2 people that sweat the most, according to Nehemiah, and he is correct. And Tyler squeaks past, and we see Cyrus saying, "Don't come in fucking last place. What the fuck?"
Oh, he was cracking me up all episode.
He was good. He was like I don't. Once again, I know no spoilers. I could be. We love you, yes. Don't get us wrong. I could be here for a Cyrus win.
Me too, 100%.
Right?
Yeah, he's a deserving dude. He's also straight up. He doesn't mess around with playing sneaky games or nothing. He's cool. That dude deserves every bit of a win.
Yeah. So I'm saying, as I said, we love you, yes, but if Cyrus wins this thing, we're gonna be pretty happy.
There's so many avenues where there's a good ending to this season.
There's
so many deserving people. That's why it's all finalists, all winners. It's like they've done it before. I want to see them do it again.
Yeah. The story writes itself.
Yeah.
So next is the women's turn. Sylvia wins
by a landslide.
First check.
We were tripping. Sylvia
and half the time.
Even less than half, I bet. I mean, this is something where I almost feel like they didn't have to separate the women and the men because, like, we all are capable of elbowing our way through this and seeing through the hole or whatever. And then, of course, Sylvia, anyway, she just showed up and it was her first check, too. She just nailed it. I mean, I didn't know her. We're just getting to know her and realizing, like, damn, she is sharp. And when now it's great for me to see. It's cool when I see them speaking about themselves differently. Like she's like, everybody always underestimates me, and it's true. Like people did, and I get it. And then she's got something to prove, and I can see why she's out there proving it. Mm-hmm. It's cool.
Well, I mean, if you had nervous shits, you'd want to get the shit done over with as quickly as possible too.
I would, yeah.
I'm not trying to hang out with my nervous shits.
But then somehow Kellyanne, who sucks at every single puzzle known to mankind, gets second.
Well, she makes up for it later. Don't worry.
But she does make up for it later.
she makes up for lost time.
Oh man, Kellyanne.
Oh.
But ultimately, it's between Tina, who's too focused on seeing the cute monkeys, and Cynthia, who is filled with wine, despite what she looks like. See, this is why you bring the OGs back. They got the good humor.
They do.
Cynthia's cool. She's from the Bay. We got some overlap. We got some similar friends in common and stuff. I never knew her, and she didn't know me, and she didn't really follow the challenge at all. So this was like wake up call for Cynthia, and she was there for it. I thought she might be like, I don't know about all this. No, she loved it. She's in. She wants the next one. She's like, no. I can see it. Yeah, she's ready.
Yeah, and like I said, she tells us when she leaves. She's like, I want to come back, and I'm just like, all right, hey, because there's plenty of people that we hear, they're just like, I'm good.
Exactly.
They're just like, this shit sucked.
Right. And I love her where she's like, oh, last time I was in here, I had a 1-year-old kid. He's 19 now. He don't give a fuck. I'm here for me.
So, let's see. Top 3 men, top 3 women compose the Authority, and and we also learned that the winner can sabotage someone next challenge. Next song we got is Eric B. and Rakim, Thinking of a Master Plan. Thank you. Possibly my favorite song played.
So good.
Each of the 2 episodes. I do not have that on vinyl. I have Cool G Rap and DJ Polo. I do not have Eric B. and Rakim, but I do have a record for later. Don't worry.
I'm disappointed.
I am too. Next is Jungle Boogie. Is it Jungle Boogie or Jungle Party?
No, I think it's Jungle Boogie.
Jungle Boogie. Okay. Next,
whatever.
Jungle Boogie.
It is now.
Okay. Well, it's the Jungle Party. And Jungle Boogie, sorry, for the Jungle Party. And Yes comes out in what? A 2-piece short set like the one I wear. What up?
Hey.
Lex Vandenberg from Survivor Africa and All Stars has the same one you have.
Oh, really?
Yeah, me, Matt Bischoff, and Lex went on Amazon and ordered matching 2-piece short sets for Hearts of Reality a couple years ago. And Lex got the one that you have.
That's awesome. I got lucky. This one just fit. I ordered it on the internet. You know, that stuff never fits. And it did. And so we had fun. We didn't know what to do, though. They're like, oh, let's have a jungle party. We're like, what is a jungle party? Like, what is it? Is it animals? Is it safari? We didn't know. But I got to roll out with Veronica. It's all about her.
Yeah. Well, you rocked a 2-piece short set. I think Justin Bieber has rocked a very similar 2-piece short set. If that makes you feel better or worse, I don't know. I rocked mine just for you, so just know that I respect it.
Love it. Thanks. Yeah, I appreciate it. That was I'm talking. You know, here we go, trying new things. I never thought I'd have. I didn't think you could pay me to wear one of those, but you know,
you can't pay me not to.
Yeah, now I'm cool with it.
Right? It's so comfortable.
Yeah, try new things.
It's very freeing. Very, very freeing. Yeah. So we get Wild Thing by Tone. I got Tone Loc over there, but I saved another record, so don't worry. But thanks for the Tone Loc. Tyler's outfit steals the show, but we knew it would, right?
Yeah, it always was going to because he's here for fun.
What's Tyler's alter ego?
Was it Thundra?
Yeah,
Thundra. Something like that.
But Thundra's back, so and with a vengeance. So Cynthia informs us that she ain't doing a punk ass shit calling someone out.
I loved that. She comes in straight. She fits the element to a T.
And I'm just like,
is this? I was like, oh, are we about to get female LT? Like, I ain't here for some punk ass shit.
Punk ass shit calling someone out. So
I'm surprised. I was surprised. I always feel like that's a nice little advantage. I don't think it's a cop out, but I think she was afraid that it was playing the game, and she didn't come to play the game.
Yeah, so
I get that.
I mean, I thought it was good TV. So no one strategized. Is it Roni or Ronnie?
That's Ronnie.
Ronnie. Okay, that's right. Okay, no one's strategizing with Ronnie. Ronnie, if no one's strategizing with you, that's not good. So do things to change that. Because in Survivor, it's one of those deals when if no one's talking to you, that means they're talking about you. So yes, work your way into those conversations.
Yep, I remember that. Even on All Stars 1, I had one taste of that where I was walking around the house. I know my name was supposed to be thrown in, and nobody would even look at me. I was like, this is so weird. I was pacing around the house all weird. No one even look at me. I was like, ugh.
Yeah. Did you decipher the code?
I did, and I went to the bathroom and washed my face, and I came out. I paced around. Production actually came out, and they said, "Are you okay?" They don't really intervene. Apparently, I just looked like I was just freaking out.
Yeah,
because I was.
So we get here. What about your friends from TLC? Pete, I got a request. If you're gonna rock some TLC, you can also rock some SWV with my girl Taj George from SWV and also Survivor Token Chins. So we'll all be hanging out with SummerSlam weekend again. So
awesome.
So we have yes, you inform us that you want to run the final against the best. And I'm like, that's right.
And then you pan over to Wes, and he's just like, damn it.
We're trying. Wes is, and the West is trying to make friends, and I am too. We are.
I
We're
was
trying
actually
to feel it out.
I was actually surprised it was MJ who brought up like let's do a big move right off the bat, because he doesn't come across to me as the want to like swing right away type of guy. I always feel like he's let's save it. We'll save it for another time. Just do the weakest.
Yeah. I think
and
your
move
dick gets a
forward.
little bigger when you win one, Alex.
Uh,
Yeah, yes can let us know.
It's about a 45% growth.
Oh wow! So
wow.
I feel like I should have the Blue Chew commercial
The
ready.
balls hang lower.
So Veronica doesn't want to expose her Tina friendship, and I'm just like, who the fuck doesn't know that you guys?
I know that's what I was about to say. I'm like, but I understood what she was saying. It was like she knows everyone knows she's friends with her, but she's like, do I want to show that I'm always gonna just be ride or die with my friends, because then they put me against her at some point, because I will never go against her.
Or Tina will put herself against you for not taking care of her in the first authority meeting.
Well, also, yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I'm just like, all right, Veronica, you're sweet, but come on, that is not a secret. So the bottom two, it's
fair.
the least blood on the authorities' hands, and it sets the precedent moving forward. I think that's the smart move. Yes.
Yeah, well, that's good to hear. It wasn't very popular, of course. Of course, the bottom two move, I get it. People think it's boring and it's too neutral, but it's a great thing to advocate for if the bottom two aren't your allies.
Yeah.
And aren't. So then you go, all right, this sounds good. I just thought I was in there to learn, because I know Veronica's in there. She's been in so many of these. I know Wes was in there, and he's been in so many of these. So I was ready to learn and listen. But in the end, we sort of took the safe route.
Do you think that was the right move?
I think so. Yeah, it worked for me. I mean, if one of my closest friends was at the bottom, I'd have a harder time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like it's almost like you have to think short and long game here. It's like you're getting the least amount of blood by doing that, but also like you're thinking from the final includes a lot of like co-gender team ups throughout it. So like I'm also thinking, well, who do I feel like I would do well with? And if there's someone who's always going to be near the bottom, I'm like, I'd rather have someone who's up near the top as my partner, not someone who's straggling, barely surviving.
Yeah, again, you have to keep rescuing them the whole time. It takes all your energy.
Yeah, and I did not like what you guys did for the authority meeting number 2, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
So Tina's informed that she's in, and she's going to come back and fuck shit up and throw Veronica in potentially. and
Tina's awesome.
And Tyler wakes up and he just finds out he's in. He's like, all right, I'll go back to sleep now. As long as it's not LT, it should be okay. So it's the crawl brawl. And this was kind of fun. So how long did it take for them to repack the sand in between the two brawls?
Yeah, right. They have to like redo that little pile again or whatever. I don't remember. It's like 11 p.m. and we're all just like, frankly, we're chattering and talking, but also like our hearts are beating fast because it's a big deal. But of course, the name of the game of that one was like, don't. Make your partner make the other person do all the digging.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So because Cyrus, as jacked as he is now, and this is the new slim, trim, lean, mean Cyrus. That motherfucker's working at a snail's pace with
we told. So it's funny you noticed that we told him. We were talking to him. I was like, look, you just go. He's going like this fast, and he's pushing it out the sides. He's just like. So funny.
That's what
I felt like overall, like from a viewing aspect, like it was very clear who was going to win, both of them, despite their attempt to have everyone going confessional to be like, oh, Cynthia's doing this so methodically, she's in the lead, but like they cut over and she's still coming back from her first one, and Tina's about to finish her second. I'm like, is she about to win? No, I don't think so. And then I just looked at that challenge. I was like, I know Tyler thought it could be his challenge because he thought he would be like a pig in shit, but it turned out he was just in shit. And and I loved it. I wanted redemption for my boy Cyrus, and from what I know, Tyler was a last minute alternate, so I'm sort of like okay with that.
Yeah, and he just came off the last season too.
Exactly.
I mean, that said, it's hot out there, and I didn't crawl in that little cage, but they said it. It's more claustrophobic than you think.
Yeah, well, I was claustrophobic watching it. So
yeah.
if it related enough for me to feel it watching it, I'm just like, yeah, this must really suck.
Yeah, and they're kind of bumping each other too. They're not mad at each other, but they're like, they would pass by each other. They weren't always nice. Like they're like puff up and slow the other person down, or drag the other person's thing a little bit and hold them up. They were each still they were in it to win it.
So the first one, we get a win by Tina, and throughout her victory, we get New Attitude by Patti LaBelle. And, looking back on her last time in the arena, it is a new attitude. Because I understood why she did what she did last time. And I'm so glad that they looked past that and brought her back, because that's not how she wanted to go out. But she did what she did. She believed in what she did. And I back her on it. So, but this ain't that Tina. And this Tina, it does have a new attitude. And I love it. And
we're cheering too. I mean, she developed a new technique. She'd turn on her back, and then she would pull herself through. And we were just like, I mean, she was down to win.
I love it. So, and she cries. She says she's premenopausal. My girlfriend looks and goes, "Ooh, girl." We got big hugs, and next we get a Cyrus. He wins, and we get These Dreams by Heart. And I'm just like, oh, I would not have thought to put Heart behind a Cyrus victory, but it fits.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
Yeah, it was great. So, and then we then discover that when you win, you get extra stars on your shirt.
They're not skulls. They're not skulls. They're on TJ's file. I was like, I got very scared at first where he was about to say, "You need these stars in order to run my final." And I was like, no, don't bring that here.
Nobody
this
wants
is a safe place.
Nobody
this
wants
is a safe place. Don't do this.
So how did the stars work? Do they just iron on a new star, or do they give you a new shirt with an extra star on it?
They iron on a new star, but they were all like, and it was so hot out that they're like flopping off, and even our names are like flopping off the shirts, and they're like, we're like, it's funny. It was fun. They're like, "Give me that shirt real quick." We're like just about to start the elimination. Like, "Give me your shirt." And they'd be like, "Wah, fix the thing." "Okay, here, take it back." It was fun. It was cool.
The Paramount Plus budget is that of Australian Survivor. This is great. So, all right, with that, let's get a quick word from our sponsor, and we'll come back to talk episode 2.
I'm going to get some earphones. I'll be back.
Thank you.
We're all trying to eat better, but healthy breakfast doesn't have to be boring. Magic Spoon has the amazing flavors you love, but without all the bad stuff. And it's amazing as a midnight snack right before bed.
0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving. That's only 140 calories per serving.
It's keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, and low-carb. And build your own box. Available flavors to build your very own custom bundle are cocoa, fruity, frosted, peanut butter, blueberry, cinnamon, cookies and cream, and my favorite, maple waffle. Now, Magic Spoon recently brought back their 2 super popular flavors, cookies and cream and maple waffle. Thank goodness. But they're back permanently. And when these flavors were first introduced for a limited time, they sold out extremely quickly. Now, I'm here to let you know you can get them again or try them for the first time. Why? Because they're delicious and indulgent.
Johnny, Magic Spoon has so many great flavors that I really enjoy, and even my kids enjoy them. We have the cocoa, fruity frosted, peanut butter. All these are really great combinations. They enjoy waking up in the morning and getting some Magic Spoon right off to start their day great before they head off to school. I think everybody listening should give Magic Spoon a try, or if you've tried them already, it's time to reorder. Let's get you some more Magic Spoon and get your day started right.
Hey, when I finish a podcast late at night, the first thing I'm thinking is not sleep. It's let me grab a delicious bowl of Magic Spoon before I go to bed.
So go to magicspoon.com/survivor to grab a custom bundle of cereal and try it today. And be sure to use our promo code SURVIVOR at checkout to save $5 off your order. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Remember to get your next delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/survivor and use the code SURVIVOR to save $5 off. Thank you, Magic Spoon, for sponsoring this podcast.
Thanks for sticking with us through the ad break. Don't forget, for more exclusive reality NSFW content, visit adfreeNSFW.com.
This episode of Reality NSFW is sponsored by Blue Chew. Say it with us, Blue Chew. Blue Chew is making waves and bringing more confidence to the bedroom by offering chewable tablets that can help men get stronger and longer lasting erections. That's right, we're giving away super hard dicks.
Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. Blue Chew's tablets help men achieve harder, stronger erections to combat all forms of ED.
Blue Chew is an online prescription service, so no visits to the doctor offices, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. And it ships right to your door in a discreet package. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. And the best part, it's all done online.
Blue Chew's licensed medical providers work with you to find the right ingredient and strength for your prescription. Don't like swallowing pills? No problem here. Blue Chew's sildenafil and tadalafil tablets are chewable. Blue Chew's tablets are made in the USA and they prepare and ship direct, so it's cheaper than a pharmacy.
Hey, if you're looking to give that immunity idol to someone, or you don't want to be voted out of a crater, don't worry, Blue Chew's got you covered. So if you could benefit from extra confidence when it's time to perform, visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information.
And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use promo code SURVIVOR at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's Blue Chew, BlueChew.com, promo code SURVIVOR to receive your first month free. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast.
Thank you, Blue Chew. Yes is back. Yes, I have someone here.
Yo. Johnny, you're very quiet right now.
Mary?
It's very quiet.
Okay. Hold on. Oh, I know what I did.
There we go. Can you hear me now?
So much better.
Perfect.
Okay. Sorry about that. So, yes, this is Jessica. She wanted to say hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What do you think? What did you think of Yes's performance thus far?
Oh, great.
What do you think about him versus Wes?
Thanks.
I'm not a big West fan. I was like, oh God, as soon as I saw him, but I kind of love to hate him. I don't know.
There you go.
There you go.
I mean, I
yeah,
don't
you
like
can-
him, but I don't want to see him leave because I like to hate him.
Very,
You shouldn't have to choose. You know, you got to pick your own path.
there you go. All right. So we get the previously on. Hold on, let me switch my sound back to regular. Sorry. So we get a previously on the challenge, and we get Thundra the previously on. So I thought that was cool. You guys have fun. Do you remember throughout the filming people having fun with the previously ons throughout the
Totally. Yeah, we do. Like if something fun's happening, we'll grab somebody and be like, oh, we should do this. But I don't get to see a lot of them. I mean, they happen. The house is huge. That's something that's unique. It's like this house is really big. So many things are happening at the same time. So, most of the stuff that I see once it airs is like stuff I've never seen.
Yeah. So
It's probably a lot like Survivor too, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you try to be in the mix, but at the same time, like you don't have an alliance with everyone, so you're not sitting there talking with everyone. Like, you're talking to your alliance people, and and if your group is this many people, there's this many people that you're not interacting with because they're not in your alliance. I don't need to tell you what I'm doing because I'm coming after you. So
Makes sense.
we start with Why Can't We Be Friends by Smash Mouth. I thought that was pretty appropriate based on everything that's happening at this point. Once again, not the Kumbaya season we saw in All-Star 1. Next, we see Jonny cornrowing MJ's hair. Okay. Next, this is one of my favorite parts of the entire episode. We see Mark on Skype talking to his mom who has stage 4 cancer. And just a reminder to everyone, cancer sucks. So, and anyone that follows Mark's social media or has just talked with Mark understands how much his mom means to him and how awesome she is. I mean, like the videos of him going to surprise her, for holidays and stuff. I mean, the Godfather, like, as much as you're the nicest guy ever, yes, and Cyrus is the nicest guy ever, the Godfather's the nicest guy ever. I mean, like, you got some lovable people in this group.
Yeah, I learned more about him from seeing his mom and seeing I've heard about her from him, but then seeing the photos and seeing him speak to his mom that way and the way their relationship was really special. It was touching.
Yeah,
totally.
So, and
maybe
once again,
feel even worse when it came to deliberation.
Oh God.
Yes. Our guest this week, yes, the asshole. You may remember him when he was nice on the challenge.
Oh, coming on right now is Mark's mom. Actually, she had some specific words for you.
Yes.
Oh man.
So we have a comment from M's mom in California. She said, "Yes, go fuck yourself." I don't know. It's probably totally unrelated. So yes. So the what we can take out of that is everyone lived to fight another day, and I'm not against a Mark win here. So even though he's a producer and it's not fair, and okay. Well, apparently, thank you, Mark, for making this happen. So it's
I mean, apparently it's not fair that he got put into elimination here. So what are you supposed to do with him?
Right. So we see that Melinda's ankle is still hurt from TJ's last final, and that was that's. I mean, I remember watching the fight because Nehemiah is one of the nicest guys on the planet, and I've known Nehemiah for so long, and remembering back to the last final and Melinda twisting her ankle, it's just like no, but they fought through it gallantly,
yeah,
in spite of that injury.
Yeah.
So
yeah, don't get injured. Name of the game. Do not get injured.
Next, we see seductively putting on his shirt for the challenge.
They always get the slow-mos when we're getting ready, so I'll come in. I'm like, I know they're fishing for slow-mos. Maybe it's my day.
Yeah,
Tighten my abs or something. I don't know.
I'm glad we got you
Suck
here
it
today. Yeah, oh God. Whew. Instagram versus reality photos are fucking no joke. Oh my God, 2 weeks ago in my Speedo, like I don't think I breathed for like 45 seconds. I'm just like,
exactly.
So it's time for the challenge. Guess what? Darrell hates heights.
Oh, really? No, but I love LT's lines. Like, first, I was a scared ass bitch. Then I was like a shook daddy. Now I'm cool.
No.
So it is a giant swing set, and you would think that some of the parents would have an advantage on this. I'm not sure how that exactly shook out. I can tell you that my 5-year-old Madeline would have whooped everyone's ass on this. So just challenge Mark Long, if you're watching casting, the challenge season, All-Star 28. She's ready. She will still be well equipped at swinging. So,
well, apparently you only need to be 2 to do the challenge, according to Kellyanne.
Yes.
2-year-old puzzles.
Oh yeah,
it is
gets you every time.
Oh.
So we learn here about the sabotage. It is a 1-minute sabotage, which was
harmless.
Really a non-factor.
I'm like,
yeah.
I sort of don't mind that. I'd rather just be like, oh, well, that's annoying that I have to wait than like actually be something crippling. Yeah. At least at the beginning. I can see later on it can something a lot more detrimental to someone's game, or at least for that daily, but
Yeah.
harmless.
I'm fine with
Yeah.
an annoyance of because I really don't want it. I don't want it to affect someone I like. You know, like if it's someone I don't like or don't care about, I'm just like, oh yeah, fuck them. But if it's someone I like, I'm just like, oh, this fucking, they're going home because this bullshit. So
Right. Sure. Wes made a good point earlier too. Because we talked about this together, but he was like, if I'm using the sabotage, it better be a badass sabotage because the cost of using it is very high.
yeah,
Yeah.
So it better really mean something. And he's just sort of putting it out in the world. This better be like a deal breaker. Like if I use it, it better cripple somebody for the entire challenge.
yeah.
And then it's like a minute, Jordan. Jordan wanted it. Jordan, I love Jordan. I just met him and love his approach to the game. And we're very similar in that we share everything we know out loud when we see the challenge. And we have fun because he's a strategist. And he's like, oh, no, kick it this way, do this, do that. We help each other out. We help everybody out. It's really fun. And we connect on that. But that said, I'm not as bold as him to just say, give me the sabotage. And that's what he did. He went up to Wes. He's like, just give it to me.
Well, yeah, like we
I'll do
talk
it.
about people having a chip on their shoulder. Like his whole life has been defined by having a chip on his shoulder, and because of that, he wants to be able to just continuously prove to everyone like how awesome he is at everything. So he's like, yeah, give it to me. I don't care.
And it's not talk. It's all backed up.
Oh yeah.
But he's cool about it. And that dude really has got a unique heart and soul and a passion and drive and ability that's just, it's fun to talk to him about it. It's fun to compete with him about it. Now, I know he could whip me in a lot of different things, but it's still fun to just, he's top notch. He's just top notch.
Well, there we go. So Kellyanne and Jordan get sabotaged. The men are the men wave one. Derica is the first swinger to to knock the key down.
He needs money. He's getting a house.
Yes, and then we see loving West doing horrible.
That's right. Of course, man.
So Jordan, in spite of the penalty, is first, and then next Jonny smokes it. Kellyanne over 20 minutes on the puzzle.
Oh
And during this, we get, thanks, Pete, another bad creation, ABC at the playground.
The playground,
So anyway, this is the 12-inch single available on my eBay. So just if you go to my Twitter, you will see many eBay listings, and this can be yours. I'll send it out with an autograph pic tomorrow. So there you go. Get yourself another bad creation. Good. That was so apropos for the moment.
Perfect.
It's also just like she was doing so bad and just literally blatantly just saying to everyone, help me cheat or I'm just going to fucking quit. And then it's like I felt so bad for Jemmy, who's just like next to her trying to figure out, but it's like she just isn't getting it. And she's like, well, I would get it if this batshit crazy person wasn't screaming in my ear for 20 minutes.
We're all yelling at them trying to help, and it's just hilarious. I mean, we're trying, and I just remember yelling, there's a chicken piece. Get the chicken piece and put the chicken tail down. Chicken tail goes down. And she's looking like, what the hell are you talking about? Because it like looked like a bird. And we're all just yelling. It's horrible.
Kellyanne emerged as one of my favorites coming out of these first two episodes. I mean, if you don't love her after watching this, it's just like you have there's no soul where a heart should be.
It's like the little rant about puzzles and her just go like, oh, puzzles are the great equalizer. Oh, fuck that shit. I'm done with them. I don't want to see another puzzle in my life.
Yeah. So, and we see later, like Wes is great. Like Wes is talking to some of the ladies later, and it's just like, hey, what are you thinking? And they're just like, we're thinking that either Kellyanne or Kendall, because they're two loners. They're not talking to these are the easy pickings. He goes, or you have two people that no one else is working with. You add to your numbers and you have greater numbers. But what do I know? I'm just like, that was pretty.
He's dropping wisdom.
That was
Yeah.
pretty helpful Wes right there. I mean, you could be like, this guy's, the poison, he doesn't want the fun, but like, it
I
was,
mean, you just always have to question, why is he helping you?
why is, there is,
What's in it for him?
as he's evilly petting a cat, it's
Yeah.
like, yes.
No, that's
grab
what's on his
some.
face.
Yes. So, MJ's first, next, Cyrus second. Yes is third.
Yo.
I'll take it. So, come on, baby. That's how we do it. There we go. That was your line. Wes informs us that yes is pompous and everyone are fools.
Who don't see it.
Wow. Yes. Care to retort?
He didn't want to take shots because I know we're competing. We got different styles. I leave it on the field. He wants to attack. Attack me, saying that I'm not being honest. And he knows that if you can breach trust in the game, then that's an ultimate weapon. And for me, if he can get people to not trust me, then he wins. So,
but we have
he's telling
Jedi
us-
yes though.
But he's telling us, the viewer, like, why is he trying to skew us?
It's the game.
he's just worried. Around me, he was nervous a lot, and he was worried, and I couldn't tell. I was like, am I, I don't know. He was awkward around me a lot, and I consistently, and at this point, our relationship is different throughout the different episodes. And so, like, at this particular time, we're still feeling each other out. I'm still just listening and learning and trying to make friends with everybody. And he was like, not buying it.
Yeah. But
one bit.
you are ridiculously handsome. So there is an awkwardness there. Like,
at this point, all I'm doing is working hard to make friends. And with Wes, it is failing.
Well, it's like back in season 1, we called you the Jedi. Like, you were the person doing Jedi mind tricks. Wes is the Sith here.
yeah. When Wes is implying that yes is a Sith.
Don't we all see the others as Siths anyway? It's
We
all
do.
perspective.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, fun.
next, Darrell with the penalty.
I ain't cutting my hands. Mama, come get me.
That fucking roller coaster. Fucked up. Darrell would have 28 challenge victories
Darrell.
if his mom had not taken him to that roller coaster.
Exactly.
28.
I did my best. I'm trying to work on Darrell, trying to get him, we can practice the heights thing. We can do baby steps in the yard, off the back wall, whatever, the roof, do whatever, but the heights it's a real thing for him. And we talked about before, maybe I'd said like, is this just like kind of like a fun thing for him too? Like, no, it's the opposite. It is not fun.
No.
Not fun.
I think it's some roller coaster PTSD.
Wow.
I'm with him. I hate that shit.
Wow.
Like, I have nightmares of being pushed off, like someone, like not on purpose, but like a friend just goofing around, like like I'm on the edge of something, and a friend is like and that's how I die. It's because some dumbass friend pushes me off of something high.
Yeah.
So yeah, fuck that.
But we now move to the main event of the ropes. It's the women.
Oh yes.
And Tina.
Oops upside your head.
Just delivering.
And
delivering.
She was just like, I guess I am more top heavy than I thought.
How does this happen?
I have no idea. Like she was like in a normal position, and out of nowhere, she's face down, her arms flipped, and I'm like, girl.
And it was actually way longer than we see.
Oh, I'm sure.
It was a long time. And she's up there, blah, 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 somebody help me out here. And we're just on the ground. We're forward.
My God.
It's just comedy.
Yeah, there's no way you can't be. So, like I would have been, because TJ, he's just like, never has anyone shit the bed like you did. And like, I felt like TJ should have been like, you know what? Like, this is so bad. She ain't even going in. She did her time.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200 straight. You're going straight.
Like, no, she was up there upside down. Like, can we all vote to just give her a pass on this one? Because I think you guys would have been like, yeah, we're good.
Well, I think that's what you guys did.
And then she's like heads down, she falls in like head first. And that water was nasty. So you see it a couple of times. The next bait over, they're dismantling cargo ships and they're on fire and they're torching them, and it's just a heaping rubble. It's a garbage dump, and it's all just in the water. And so that water was just nasty. It was no one wanted to go in that water.
Wow. So yeah. LT and Tina last.
Yes, and Kendall first.
Yes, Kendall first. Yes, first, because he had to show Wes who the fucking man was.
I'm telling you, that chicken piece, you put the tail on the end of the star, you get the star, it just builds itself.
Yes.
Well, there's been 2 authorities, only one constant in both authorities. That's yes.
There we go. And Yes is riding his horse, as he explains to us.
Perfectly. They have a great
I
relationship.
I have no clue where that came from.
Yeah.
I just saw
Neither
it
do we.
and I said, what am I saying?
Yeah, and why did the editors use it?
Why are they I was like, I said that and my wife is just like, she's laughing at me. And I'm just laughing too. I'm like, I have no clue where that came from. Even I showed it to my kids and they start laughing too. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Well, hey, you throw enough shit against the wall, you hope something sticks. It's just like, yeah, that was good. And they're like, yeah, that's good. And they're looking at each other like, did you get it? Like, I don't know. The editors will figure it out. Yeah.
But yeah, then you all go out having a good time, and Tina decides to use some for amazing politics. Goes to Jonny like, so I'm not going to give you any names.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you who I don't want in. I don't want my friends.
Yeah.
And if you put one of my friends in, it's a dirty move. You're dead to me, and I will kill you in your sleep. Are we good?
Yeah.
For some reason,
and this is
Jonny
all and this is all happening to Conga by Miami Sound Machine with Gloria Estefan.
And this is all like, how did Jonny not buy that pitch?
Yeah.
It's completely reasonable.
You know what? I'll tell you. I think John A. season 1 buys that pitch.
Yeah.
But this is a different
This
John
is
A.
winner John A.
Could you
You got a
tell
different
the
confidence.
evolution of John A. from what you saw before? Like it's just like, damn, like
you talk to me like that.
Like
you're not taking my crown like that.
Like, I mean, she's just like, Hero Bell right here. Like, what do you I'm just like, man.
Yeah. And you know it's bad that Wes is sitting there and they just keep cutting to Wes just like giving looks to the camera. She's like, oh, why is she doing this right now?
Yeah, Wes is like, I know bad gameplay. That's bad gameplay.
But he's super nervous because he got who he thinks is the devil, and Jordan, who he just sabotaged, both in there. He's like, how am I not gonna be down there against LT?
And Kayla is why he's not, because she fucks this up and asks everyone to say one name to show their cards. I hated all of this. Yes,
me too.
I would hate it as a player. As a viewer, I was sort of for it because I liked it from her perspective. Like, everyone knows who I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I don't know what everyone else is going to say. So this is perfect for me. And we do hear it from you guys. It's like, that does sort of like make things extremely transparent. But
it's immediately revealing. I had a lot to say. You didn't really see it, but I had a lot to say. But I was just like, look, if Kendall and John A. want to come in with this plan and say, oh, this is now a popularity contest, who we're just going to say who gets saved and see who shakes out. This is like, if you've ever played kickball in 3rd grade and you pick teams and you're the last person standing out there, you don't forget that. And I was like, you really want to do that right now with people? And they were like, yeah, let's do that with people. And I was like, all right, well, it's going to be pretty revealing. And then I made my pitch. What about the second to last again? They're like, oh, shut up.
Yeah.
Wes is second to last. Yeah. This is our chance to get Wes. Yeah. And they were like, shut up.
Remember the precedent was set last time that we all agreed was cool and no one had a major problem with?
No, none of them were
different
at the meeting.
Group.
They weren't at the meeting. They didn't get the notes.
Well,
they came in. They're like, There's no notes
They wanna
here.
do it
I
their
don't know
way.
what happened.
I hated it.
They
and
want to
I'm
do it their way, and they wanted to come up with a system. And then finally, I was like, all right, look, I'm not going to try to run this whole thing. So you want to use your system? Let's use your system. And nobody knew that using that system would leave Mark in the dust.
Yeah.
And so everyone walked out there like, I can't believe that system did that, and we couldn't take it back. So
It's
everyone
the
felt
shocked,
like crap.
Good.
It's the shocked Pikachu meme of just like, we did a popularity contest and someone we liked still got picked. Like,
Yeah.
oh
Exactly.
no.
I was
But like,
yeah.
I ultimately had an issue with Brad here because Brad was in a similar position that Veronica was in. Veronica was willing to gamble her friends in the game because she was also confident that they could come back.
Yeah.
Like, Wes isn't like a layup. Even if LT's down there, depending on the competition, Wes is very capable. Does he win in that one? Most likely not.
No.
But you don't know that. I feel like Brad also has a lot of friends, and you can't just say like, "Well, I'm saving Wes. He's my friend." Then suddenly you're like, "But Mark's also my friend, and I like that you and Jordan are both like, no, you already picked your person. It is what it is."
I was trying to pull for Wes, and I exposed a lot of cards because I
wanted
was new
Wes.
to this.
I wanted
So I'm
Wes.
just like, look, y'all, this is a chance to feed Wes to LT, and if he's that good, let him prove it, But that just put my neck out that far. So I'll just admit I didn't know Brad and Wes were friends.
Oh, see,
And so it was like foot in mouth. Like if I had 3 feet, I'd have 3 shoes in my mouth, just plugging it up.
yeah, I went to an event in, was it either Milwaukee or Chicago, and Brad was hosting a club, and I went, and it was like me, Katie Doyle, Brad, Melinda, and Wes, and so that's the first time I met Wes. So complete gentleman, like the exact. It's like me. Wes plays a character, on TV. I play a character, and super nice guy. So like, everyone's looking, they're just like, all right, Fairplay, here's your podcast, fucking blast Wes. And I'm just like, yeah. So I met him and he was really nice.
Nice.
Yeah. And I was like, no, you ruined it.
And I'm just like, yeah, I'm like, I've met plenty of assholes. Trust me, I will put them all on fucking blast. There are plenty of assholes in the world, and a lot of them have done reality television. So, but no, Wes was super nice guy. Brad, super nice guy. So, but no,
Totally.
I knew that they were, because like, he brought him in.
I didn't know. So I'm rooming with Brad, Mark, and Nehemiah, and it's the 4 of us in a room. And so it was like Nehemiah and Brad were like, I couldn't really move because I knew that I couldn't make it, couldn't say anything, because then once I realized, they're with Wes's crew.
Wow.
And well, but then I don't mean I can't say anything because I'm friends with them too. So I make friends with them as well, but I had learned, I learned the hard way in that deliberation.
Right. But what I like about Mark getting picked is it breaks the mold of challenge seasons where seniority was like end all be all. Like, you didn't touch Mark in most seasons that he was in until you got closer to the end, because of just like, he was the godfather, he's the OG. You don't touch your seniority. I don't want to say this about Mark, but respect your elders, like type of like mindset. But by putting him in,
he's the reason we're all there.
Yeah, it's like you put him in, especially for that, and I'm like, it's game on. And it's sort of like, if you put him in, you hope that LT's capable of taking him out, because like LT comes back, he ain't coming for you guys. Like,
Cool. Yeah. If we knew that Mark would shake out using that system, nobody would have done it. But it was like Kendall and Jonny just said, look, usually we come in here and we pick somebody unpopular and we throw them in, and that's bullshit. So let's do it differently. And so what happened is somebody really popular winds up down there, or someone who like we get along with and rely on, is important to the whole damn thing. And so that was just like, whoa, what a stupid idea. And we all walked out of there, and I remember they looked at me too, and they was like, that was stupid. And I was like, yeah, that was stupid. But we learned on the fly on that one. And I actually will take some credit for the failure of it. I said to people before, I don't want to scheme up a plan with the 6 of us before we go into the authority. Let's invent this together as a group. Like me and you, Kendall, we're not going to come up with a thing and then go pitch it to the authority. Like no pre-planning here. And that was actually kind of a failure because we all winged it in there and it didn't work.
Yeah, don't do that again.
And so, yeah, we throw in the good guy. We throw in Mark, poor Mark. He's like, what the hell was that? But then again, Mark said, I want to shake it up. We should shake it up. I want to see big moves. So he got a big move.
Yeah, he got a big move. It just so happened to be him.
He got the big move. It was the biggest move. We went for the biggest dog in the house.
Yes. So it's Melinda and Mark, and Tina informs Jonny that Karma is a bitch. And then, hold on, let me grab this.
Oh, we got some more vinyl coming. Oh, no.
No, not a vinyl.
Mark has his wrestling buddy. I got my wrestling buddy,
man.
too. I like to talk to my wrestling buddy. I like to point to the places that... So, does Mark's have a hole on the back? Just mine? It costs extra.
That's awesome.
I think that was the right pep talk he needed was from his wrestling buddy.
It is.
For this arena, But it was also like, if you didn't know Melinda was going out due to injury before, it was like, even in that shot, they're talking and all they're focusing on is her ankle.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, oh, poor Melinda. I love Melinda. I'm sad that she had to go, but health first.
There you go.
Yeah, it sucks to be injured like that, and then you're just being careful the whole time. People were rolling their ankles on the first challenge a lot because the ground was like super, super uneven.
Right.
How crazy is it that the challenge gods kind of evened the score with Melinda and Tina there in the arena?
It's wild to see. It happens time and time again. You go, these coincidences are odd. There's bigger forces at play here because then you got the rematch of Mark and LT as well. I mean, there's like a bunch of, it was a double rematch. Anyway, it just keeps unfolding like that, and you go like, wow, whoa.
It's crazy. I mean, like it's a thing. I mean, like on Survivor, we had the Survivor gods, and it's just like you play against the people, you play against alliances, you play against the game, but the Survivor gods are still there to decide what they want, and you make sacrifices and hope that they're appeased.
Right.
But I'm just like the challenge gods literally settled the score.
They settled the score.
And you can't script this stuff. You can't. It is truly unscripted, all of it.
And like we got the best possible outcome for the two men to do this competition as well with Mark and LT. Like, let's be real. Wes lost to Devin in a similar style challenge.
He did.
So like, and he'll say he gave it up to Devin, but
no,
still the record is there. Like, people know the tape is out there that you lost to someone who is not as physically fit as you. And if he was going against LT would have ate him up.
Yeah. So
I mean, it was LT's game to win. LT wouldn't be anybody else other than Mark.
Yeah, I mean that like you're 100% confident of that LT beats anybody, and the only person that beats LT is Mark.
Yeah. So my bone isn't to pick with it's to pick with Brad, because if you put Wes in there, LT's still in the game.
Yeah.
To say like 60% fuck in every single episode.
I know. See, I miss LT, but as much as I wanted Wes in, I don't want Wes to go. Like I love.
There's too many people I want to keep in the game.
Yeah, like I love a bad. I mean, like I don't know if I'm rooting because yes, you fucked this up for me because like I went into this season going, all right, I get to root for Wes because he's the villain and I'm a villain and this all makes sense. And then I see it's I'm sorry, the challenge season 3 is Wes versus Yes. I'm like, what?
And also, we didn't expect any of that. I honestly didn't expect any of that, but I'm part of it. I'm throwing into it.
That's the poster. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I would love that. Yeah. And it's just like, part of me, and I'm not spoiled either. I did everything in my power to not.
Oh, he unfollowed everyone on the planet on social media.
Yeah. Like I muted anything that said the word challenge in it. I was like, nope, because I got some spoilers on season 2, and I was like, fuck. That ruined my experience podcasting. So I was like, let me go into here fresh. But I would love, because they do show in the preview, mercenaries are coming, or some sort of thing is reinforcements, quote unquote, I would love it if it was an elimination that was supposed to be pole wrestle. Someone gets hurt, and they're like, we brought in someone. And it's just LT comes running back in. Like, I'm about to beat a motherfucker.
They got a deep bench. They
They
can
do.
pull a lot now. So, yep, be ready. Be ready. I think there's all the twists and everything there. They unfold. It's great.
And another interesting point we also see in the preview, and I like it, is we see a little clip of the girls going like, we always let the guys lead the way. Maybe not this go around. And I feel like that's something where like Veronica is heavily involved in that influence. And I'm all behind seeing the women take charge because like that's something that we brought up during the first 2 seasons. It really felt like the guys sort of just like this is what's going to happen. And then the girls sort of just had to accept that was the process.
Yeah. And
So-
it's the
Totally.
same,
I think it's great. It's wonderful.
same
And
number of minds and people.
they also, and this is a room related thing. There was a room full of women and Derek, and which was awesome. It was awesome. But they became they're very strong. So I love that in the way that this plays out. That the women are like, we got this. We can do this. We can beat you at this.
Yeah. So we see on the preview for the rest of the season that Yes hates Wes's shit. And Nehemiah says he's going to beat your ass. And it looks like he's talking to you. And I'm just like, what the fuck just happened?
It's like, don't play dirty with me. I'll F you up. And they immediately show you. I'm like, oh God, please let that be a misdirect. Don't let Nehemiah also be against Yes.
I love a smoking gun. And let this be the smoking gun. This is not, there's nothing to see here. This is a bullshit editing tactic. So I don't know.
You have to tune in and find out. You have to find out.
Yeah. But can we just say, how great is it to have Challenge All Stars back in our lives? I honestly have missed it, Jonny, so much since the
so
finale.
much. So, and I was not expecting to wake up yesterday and see 2 episodes.
Right.
So are we getting 2 a week every week?
I don't think so, but yeah, that was what I heard was no, but I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, man, that's the whole name of the game. It's uncertainty. You never know.
I can live with 1 a week. My guess was it was 2 a week. I was guessing they were having it end right around the time the CBS challenge hits.
That's what I was thinking.
Yes. So, and if it required it, doubling up to do that. So, but if it's not, I prefer to watch, to just binge it all tonight and be done and just be like the happiest guy on the planet. But at the same time, like I look forward to watching the channel. So like, if you give it all to me all at once, I'm just like, well, I'm done.
Let it sizzle a little.
Yeah.
Let it settle a little.
I need to let
drag
this
it out.
sit. I need it to like stir up a little bit, get to a boil, and then see what comes up next Wednesday.
Yeah. So, but I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Yes, you are.
I'm not only nice.
That's good. That's good.
You might see that on episode, on All Stars 1. It was like, this dude's so nice. He's just the nicest, and that doesn't mean you can punch him in the face, and he'll just be like, "It's cool." It ain't cool.
Well,
Never was.
Hopefully, you learned some evil tricks from talking on the first season, and you brought them in with you. Hopefully.
Oh, it's fun. It's been great. So yeah, this is where I start. I turn it positive, but it really was great. Like it's cool. I met so many new people again. Of course, they're cutthroat and out to win, and I had a different level of nervousness this time. That was a bit out of my control, which was interesting because normally I can sort of keep everything pretty managed. But I was nervous, frankly. I mean, I'm up against some of these big dogs, and their skill sets, and some of them are not trying to buy what Yes has to sell. Yeah. So, hey,
with all finalists, there's no layups.
Yeah.
Yeah,
everyone came to play. That was good. Anyway, it was so fun, and I'm out to play hard. I still, like I said, my core sort of values are still there. I'll fight till I die for them. And when it comes to sticking up for women, when it comes to being honest, when it comes to being respectful outside of the game, all that stuff. And now the way you want to play the game, that's a game. We all have our own game. We respect that. I respect that about Wes. But it's fun because we quickly realize, as you saw, that we have different ways of playing, and we also are what we enjoy talking about those differences. So we have fun with that. We share along the way too.
I love it. So, well, yes. Where can we catch you on social media?
Yes on everything on Instagram.
There you go. That's the best way. Yeah. Yes has a beautiful, ridiculously beautiful family. So if you think Yes is the most beautiful man on the planet, and he is, he is the most beautiful man on the planet. His family matches.
Oh, they're cool kids. So, you got a good crew. Thanks.
Awesome. So yes, thank you for joining us. We'd like to have you back at some point in the season, if it's to talk about your win at the end, or if we have to have you sooner. Either way, we're not in a hurry. Does that help?
Just like last time, we had fun. What was it? I think you were like the second. We talked about first episode.
Yeah,
just like last time.
Yeah. So take your time before you come back, but come back.
Just let me know. You know me. I answer the phone. I respond to the DMs, and I appreciate what you do. I appreciate what everyone else does in their interest and support in this. It's fun. We have our little house of competitors, and that's one family, and then the bigger family, of course, is all of this. That's the fun of it for me. So
awesome.
Thanks.
I love it.
Thanks for including me.
Super quick. Have you thought about going to Hearts of Reality this year?
I would love to.
Okay,
I've thought about it.
I would love
to.
I'll get Omar in touch with you.
That'd be great. And I'd be happy to jump in and fit in wherever I can fit in and help. Of course, I know what you guys are doing is cool. I got stuff to help out with or contribute, whatever it takes.
Absolutely. You'll be great.
I love it.
All right. So with that, we'll see you guys next week. I'm going to be in New Jersey. Join me. Get tickets at survivortix.com. And Alex Trias will be there. We have other survivors, several I can't say. There's a reason for that. So with that, we'll see you next time.
Peace out.
And for more reality NSFW content, visit adfreensfw.com.